Hi, it's Nick. I'm making a video to show you the material that I'm going to be using for my background. The size of the material is 3 16-inch thick by 8 feet long by 14 inches high, and it's plywood. Now I wanted a 10-foot length, but they didn't make it in that particular material because the layout is 10 by 10. So of course I'm going to have to cut an extra 2 foot and put it into that open spot that you can see. And of course the back will also have the background board, and on the left you'll also have the background board. But on the left I'm going to have to do a little cutting on the bottom of the board about 6 feet because of the tunnel that I have. And the whole idea was to, and I'll swing it back over here so you can see it, that board rests on a piece of wood which is painted black, as you can see. So it'll go on it and it will slide behind the material of the second level. And the reason I'm designing it that way is so for some reason that I have to get at that area, it'd be very difficult to work on it because of the 14-inch high plywood. So I'm designing it so I can slide it back and even take it off completely if I have to get at it. And that'll work fine on the right side. In the back, of course, I can't slide it, but I can pick it up. But on the left side, because of the tunnel, I have to cut about, I said 6 foot, maybe a little bit longer, so that the plywood will rest on that piece of wood. But of course, I can't slide it because of the fact that I'll be cutting it. So again, I'd have to pick it up and then move it out. Right where the electric panel is, that's where I'm going to put the 2 cut pieces, because they'll be small enough so I can pick them up if I have to get at the panel for any reason. Unfortunately, I have to design this because of the fact of the area that I have. It's very tight here, where I have the electric panel over there, and then on this side I have the heating system so that I could get at it if we have to work on it. So now what I'm going to do is I'm going to shut this off. I'm going to bring it over to the area where I did some cutting so I can show you how I did it. So I'm just going to end it right now. I'm at the area where I did the cutting on the plywood. The piece that I had to cut for the where the tunnel is, this is it right here. I already cut it. But I have to cut another little piece because of one of the supports. And I have to go another 1/2 inch more. So I'm just going to demonstrate how I did it with the cutting tool. So I'll put my safety glasses on and we'll do a little cutting. And this really is great. I was going to use a saw or even a hacksaw, but this seems to work very good, and you'll see when I do it. Cut it fast and it made a nice straight line. So that's why I use that tool. So now what I have to do is bring it over there, excuse me, and see how it fits. And I'll make a little video of that while I'm doing it. And before I do that, there's something else I had to mention. I had to make 3 other supports. And the reason why I had to do it, when the 2 pieces butt up together, I needed something to support it and so that it won't move and flap. And this is what I came up with. And I'll show it to you where the layout is. But this is how it's going to work. Now here's one piece. And it's going to meet like so. And then I'm going to have another piece, so when it butts up, it'll have support. And I'm not sure how I'm going to support it. I was thinking of putting two pieces of wood on one on each side, and then let's see how I can demonstrate this. So it would be like this, and you'd have your two pieces of wood here, and I'll make it level with the thickness here, and then get a piece across, drill it and screw it into each one, and of course drill it into here, and maybe do 3 of them, and that would keep it together and pull it up close. That's one of the ways I'm thinking of doing it, and I got a feeling I might be doing it that way. But of course, when I decide to take it off, I'll probably have to remove this particular bracket, unscrew those, and I'll be able to pick it up. But anyway, so now what we'll do is, again, I'll shut it off, and then I'll bring this over and I'll show you what I was talking about as far as the one going over where the tunnel is. So I'm going to shut it off now, Phil. Hi, it's Nick. I put the plywood on the left side of the layout, as you can see. And since I cut the 1/2 inch, as you can see, it's resting on the wood. And of course, in doing that, it makes the board nice and level. And then this is the area where I had to cut that extra piece of 1/2 inch. And then of course, as you can see, it's nice and level now. And that's the reason why I had to cut those pieces out of the plywood. Now I'm going to swing it over to the right so I can show you how I'm going to use the support to put the two pieces together. So I'm just going to walk around and I'll show you. This is the support that I made, and these are the screws that are going to hold it to the supporting of the table. And this is how it's going to work, like so. So now, when this is secure, it'll have some support. And then when I butt up the other one, it will also support it. But right now I'm just going to screw this piece in with my drill. There we go. And one more screw. Now that's nice and secure. And as I mentioned, when I put those back pieces, it'll be nice and flush, and then I can get the extra piece that I cut, which is right here, and we'll butt it up like so, and once it's secured, it'll be nice and flush, or as flush as I can possibly get it. So that's basically what I'm going to do to support the two pieces together. And the same method that I'm using over here, it'll be also used in this area, those areas where the electric panel is. After I get all the pieces made, as far as the plywood goes, then I'm going to take them all down and I'm going to paint them a sky blue, and then I'm going to start putting in some clouds and mountains. And I'm thinking also of maybe getting some of those flat buildings and put them along certain areas of the upper level. So I think that's all I wanted to show you in this video. So I'm going to end the video, and everybody have a great day. Bye now.